Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome.
Yes, so report has it that a spiritualist in Bode Osi called Chief Adegon Olapade, also known as Baba Olapade Orisha, has landed in the Great Lion's Palace with his 3 children. The spiritualist himself is sick. His 3 children are very, very sick. And he came to ask for forgiveness. Now they said he is coming from a place that, or he was coming from a place that is called Bode Osi. Chief Bode Osi said that women from the Great Lion's Chamber have gone to him to do spiritual work to fight the jewel. Time and time again, she has worked with them, several of them. Now, time of, retribution or payment has come. The thing has also affected him. They said he came like it was the wife who was talking, because it was the wife and some members of their families that brought them to the palace. The wife said the husband told her that this thing that is wrong with them is not ordinary. Maybe it's connected to what is happening in the palace. That he has also worked time and time again against the jewel for women who were coming from the Great Lion's Palace. Yeah, so his name is Chief Adegon Olapade, but in Bode Osi they call him Baba Olapade Orisha, the man whose word never falls to the ground. He is from a long lineage of traditional priests known for their dealings with the gods of thunder, justice, and destiny. His shrine called Ile Ite Orisha Olufen, okay? They said his shrine in Bode Osi is called Ile Ite Orisha Olufen. Sits deep inside Bode Osi, a quiet town in Osun State along Olubasan Compound Road, not far from the old market square. If you walk down the red dusty path that bends behind the abandoned cocoa storehouse, you will see a tall wooden gate covered in chalk and cowrie shell. That is the entrance to his shrine. Inside are 4 inner chambers, one dedicated to Ogun, another to and it's a whole lot. They do a lot of herbs and all of that, okay? A whole lot that they do in that place. They say, yes, so this Baba that is so strong, the strongest, okay? They said if you enter that place, it smells of palm oil, herbs, smoke, and ancient red. People travel from across the southwest, from Ilesha, Ede, Iwo, even Ondo, to see Baba Olapade Orisha, because he has a reputation for changing destinies. They say, oh, Baba Bade Orisha, Omo has come to the Great Lion's place, so Omo, because the Baba Orisha cannot take care of his own problems again. Hey, Jehovah Nisi, Jehovah Lord, you are a great God. Jehovah Nisi, Jehovah Lord. Hey, anybody who works for God, anyone who is a child of God, the kind of strength that is in you, nobody will be able to stand against you. That's a small girl with a big God that happens to be the jewel. Small girl with a big God, oh. They said this Baba, if a man's business collapsed, they said Baba or Olapade could make it rise again. If a woman's womb refused to carry a child, he could speak life into it. If someone's path had been closed, he could open it. Even politicians and high-ranking chiefs had visited him in the past, secretly leaving behind gold ram heavy envelopes. His farm was not ordinary. Some said he had been given the secret of life and reversal by, the gods themselves. Others said he has a covenant with the river goddess that flow behind his shrine. This is what we are hearing. This Baba has landed where? In the palace of the great lion. They said when this man arrived with his family, to the Great Lion's palace, Baba Olapade was no longer the powerful man people once knew. He came in an old van with his wife and 3 children, all of them looking weak and pale. His eldest son, barely 16, was coughing, red. The younger two twins were burning with fever, shivering and unconscious. Baba himself looked like a shadow of his former self. Swollen legs, cracked lips, sun-skinned eyes. He could barely walk without the help of his wife. When they got, to the gate, the guards refused to let them in at first. The king is not seeing anyone now, they said. You cannot just come here unannounced. Baba Olapade tried to explain in his trembling voice that he was not here for ordinary reason. Please, he said, that he needed to see or speak to the king. The guard didn't believe him at first, like they didn't want to, because nobody told them that they would be expecting such visitors. And again, the way the people were looking, okay? But as the situation grew tense and the children's condition worsened, right there by the palace gate, someone ran inside to inform the palace elder. It was then that the older brother to the great lion came out, saw the scene and said, let them in. But don't take them to the main palace. Take them to the cleansing shrine. Near the inner courtyard, the place is safe. They carried the children on a mat and led them near the sacred pot of water where cleansing rituals are usually done. The smell of herbs and burnt insects filled the air. The great lion priest came around, curious but cautious. Baba Olapade was breathing heavily, sweat pouring from his face, even though it wasn't hot. Okay. He began to speak. He said, Kabiyesi, elders of the palace, I am the one who helped some women from this palace to do work against the jewel. The same jewel, the same woman we've been talking about. I didn't know the fire I was playing with. I didn't know it would turn against me. He now started lying that he didn't even know that that woman had any connection with the great lion. He didn't even know that that was the woman they were calling, Cure N. No, that he knew nothing, but he was just working because his own is to sit down there and work. That it was recently that 2 months ago, that strange thing started affecting him, attacking his children and all of that. That was when he knew something was wrong. Now he started making his own findings. They had pointed severally to the palace, but he did not get it clear until this information came back to them after the great lion came back from seclusion. That was when he knew that, look, everything that he is suffering right now is coming from some of the things that he did for, these women against the jewel. That he has come as into plead, and he wants to see the jewel. And they told him the jewel was not in the palace, and they said she was in Lagos. And right there, remember, all of these things, he has not seen the great lion, and he wasn't going to see the great lion, and he never saw the great lion until he left that place. And they told him at the end of the day, after everything he has confessed and said, they told him he couldn't see the great lion. That was how they packed them and put them inside their vehicle, and they took them back to where they were coming from. Going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media, should not be seen as fact.